conversation about high interest rates.
Last 3 weeks, you will see that, well, the market still looks upward, and there is still hope that investors somehow, they will have a good reward, you know.
And that's very important. That reward is important. You can put your money somewhere and not expect return.
We are even expecting return from, I think, Zenith Bank on what do you call first dividend payout.
Yeah.
It should come any moments from now. So investors somehow, they'll be able to, you know, take some money, you know, through their banks. Whatever inflation is able to, you know, take out of that.
You take the rest?
Yes.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Effiong Ekop there, my colleague. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Tolu.
All right, then. Well, let's take you outside our shows. Asian shares extended their rally today, bought in the afterglow of an outside interest U.S. rate cut, while the yen edged higher as the Bank of Japan held rates steady and stayed upbeat on the economy. European shares markets are set for a lower open, with Euro Stock 50 futures slipping 0.3%, FTSE futures falling 0.5%, Wall Street futures also slightly lower after the S&P 500 surged to a record close. Chinese shares were an outlier in the region, with blue chips down 0.5%. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside of Japan rose 0.6% to the highest in 2 months, tracking overnight gains on Wall Street, and the index was headed for a weekly gain of 2.4%. The Nikkei rose 1.5% and was up 3.1% for the week. The Bank of Japan kept interest rates steady while reversing up its assessment of consumption, signaling confidence in solid economic recovery that would allow the central bank to raise interest rates again in coming months. BOJ held short-term interest rates steady at 0.25% at its 2-day meeting, but noted improving domestic conditions, which helped shore up the case to continue unwinding years of extraordinary monetary stimulus. According to BOJ, private consumption had been on a moderately increasing trend despite the impact of price rises and other factors. After the committee meeting, BOJ's Governor Kazuo Ayoade stated that the decision depends on economic, price, and financial developments at the time. China unexpectedly left benchmark rates unchanged at the monthly fixed, confounding market expectations that were primed for a move after the Federal Reserve delivered an outsized interest rate cut earlier this week. However, market watchers widely believe further stimulus will be rolled out to prop up an ailing economy, as the Fed easing offers Beijing leeway to loosen monetary policy without unduly hurting the yuan. The 1-year loan prime rate was kept at 3.35%, while the 5-year LPR was unchanged at 3.85%. State media reports that President Xi Jinping last week urged authorities to strive to achieve the country's annual economic and social development goals amid expectations that more steps are needed to bolster a flagging economic recovery. Subway operator Tokyo Metro says it plans to list on the country's stock exchange on October 23, 2024, setting the stage for what will be Japan's largest initial public offering in about 6 years. At Metro's indicative price of 1,100 yuan per share, more than 319 billion yuan, representing $2.25 billion worth of shares are to be offered. The Metro's history dates back to 1920 with the establishment of an underground railway company. Meanwhile, Beijing has become the first city on the Chinese mainland to allow international visitors to use their foreign bank cards for tap-and-go subway rides. Now, the service was officially launched earlier this month and is available at every gate of the city's 490 stations. The tap-and-go service is already available for locals, allowing riders to skip buying a hard ticket and simply tapping their Union Pay bank cards onto the turnstile electronic card readers.
It's lovely because I don't have to download any application. I don't have to deal with the service of Subway. I just, as I do in Paris with my credit card, I just pass a Visa card. I just pass by the counter and pass to the train.
Crude oil prices edged lower today as traders locked in recent profits, but crude remains on track for a positive week following a major U.S. interest rate cut. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude sells for $71.85 and with a downward price margin of 0.14%. Brent also experienced a downward price review of 0.13% to sell at $74.78 per barrel. Bonnie Light sells at $78.62 with a downward price review of 2.44%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers are offering $73.65 with an uptick of 0.11%. Well, that's our show for today and indeed for the week. Thank you so much for being a part of it. On behalf of the entire production crew, I wish you a great weekend. Get busy and always make the cash. I'll see you on Monday. Stay safe.